Well, hello everyone. This is Lawrence. I'm here making a video for a album recommendation. Okay, it's an album by the Swedish dual sisters, First Aid Kit, and this is the album right here, which came out last fall, and it's called Palomino, which is a breed of pony, but also a metaphor for freedom, openness, to the free spirit. You're not burdened with past things. Okay, and here's the album cover, and of course, First Aid Kit are two sisters from Sweden, a folk duo, you can call them. And their names, if I pronounce it right, Klara, Klara, and Johanna, okay? And I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce their last names. And they are categorized under the genre of music of indie folk, pop rock, alternative, indie rock, alternative, singer-songwriter, contemporary pop rock. And I guess you can throw, although they're from Sweden, Americana into it too. Their music is very taps into Americana and the folk music, country music. I know they were very influenced by artists like Mary, I mean, Emmylou Harris, okay? Palomino came out last fall, and it's a follow-up to their 2019 album, Ruins, which was my first deep dive into their music. And Ruins is absolutely a stunning album. The two sisters, their vocal harmonies, and they're about 3 years apart. 1990, one of them was born in 93, but their vocal harmonies are incredible. They just blend so well together. Like two-piece ropes that are intertwined. Okay, I call them the modern day female version of the Everly Brothers. They are that good. I'm going to talk about the album in a minute. I'm just give you some information about the First Aid Kit. Also, what I notice is, although I hear them on album, are they really that good vocally? Are they using auto tunes or other studio trickery? Well, when I've seen, viewed, and listened to live concert footage on YouTube, no, they're the real deal. They sound as good live as on their albums. Okay, and it's a shame that they're not more of a household name in the United States. I mean, they do have their fan base, their followings. They had they're on tour right now, and they toured successfully and have released 5 albums, which I need to hear all 5. But Ruins and Palomino are the two that I'm familiar with. They, if you like the vocal harmonies and good melodic music, you need to check them out. Okay, I gotta hit pause a minute, and I'll come back to talk a little bit about the album and wrap things up. Okay, I'm back to talk about First Aid Kit, Palomino album itself. Go a little bit more into the music. And by the way, this is a photo of Ruins, the previous album, right there. I've got it on the wall, hanging up in an album frame, and I didn't feel like getting it down. But I wanted to show you the cover. That kind of reminds me of a bit of David Bowie's album cover, um, um, Heroes. You know, the hands and all that. Um, so anyway, um, this album came out last fall. I think November 22nd of 2022. Um, and the sisters, the credits are uh, I'm moving my thing here. Klara, vocals, guitar, and hand clap. And Klara handles a lot of the lead vocals, with Johanna joining in on doing some lead too. But Klara it does most of the lead. But when they interlock with the vocal harmonies, it's amazing. And Joanne is credited with vocals and hand clapping. Um, she's a bass guitarist. She's a great musician on bass guitar, and on tour she plays the bass, but she's not listed as the bass player on here. The bass guitar, it's has double bass, whatever that means. Um, the album has 11 songs, and they are so lush. I mean, the star of the album are the sisters, the vocal harmonies, but they are backed up with these very lush, melodic, airy songs, and 11 songs, and there's really not a standout, because that they all stand out, you know. It's just that good of an album. I got a cat down here, so the camera may shake. Um, so I can't say, okay, all the album's good, but track 3, 6, 1, and 10 are the standouts. Oh, they're all standout. It's very concise. I think a person who gets into this album will enjoy the entire album in its full, and it, their vocals are so irresistible. It's just amazing. Um, anyway, I'm looking at the additional musicians who's credited for this album. There's string arrangement. There's a lot of um, musicians who provide um, backup in the form of violin. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10. There's cellos, accordions. So it's very while you had you got bass and guitars and all that. Um, Flute, saxophone, trumpet. Yeah, trumpet. You could definitely hear all these instruments. So if you want double bass, Brad Erickson. So it's very a lot of songs have string arrangements, and it's just great. So I would recommend this album strongly if you like this type of music. If you haven't heard of them, please check them out and check out this album. If you got like a streaming service, go to it and just listen to it and buy a copy. I mean, we need to get back to actually supporting artists by actually buying their music. Um, there's 11 songs. Over My Head, Angel, Ready to Run, Turning Into You, Fallen Snow, Wild Horses 2, the last one, Nobody Knows, A Feeling That Never Came, 29 Palms Highway, and Palomino. So I was reading about what the album is like, what inspired the album, the writing. from one of the sisters. They said it's just about freedom and about accepting others. They're not quite open to you. That's such a thing. Um, the two sisters traditionally writes their own songs, and that has continued too. But there's been some additional collaboration, especially with the producer of the album. Um, so I'm looking at the songwriting credits. Mostly the sisters, but on a number of tracks they have someone who has collaborated on a song here and there. Okay, we're about 10 minutes in. So again, first aid kit Palomino. I open up the gatefold in the back, and it comes with. See, it's is it a black vinyl? Yeah, it's a black vinyl, and the inner sleeve had the lyrics and all the credits. Another shot of the sisters. Just a great album. So check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a comment, especially if you're a First Aid Kit fan. I want to wish everyone a good day. Bye-bye.